Well, hello people, and welcome back to part 38 of Rannoch, where we're having a wonderful day. I'm thoroughly enjoying the views, sights and the sounds of the southern side of the Strait of Rannoch Railway. How awesome is the airport? Loved putting this in last episode. You see the planes there, terminals. Very exciting. I love the grander infrastructure project. Today, I want to develop this new area of land here, at least half of it, pretty much to the left of the couplet. Want to have a big kind of hotel, conference centre, nightlife, modern apartment sort of district along the water here, very much in the realm of medium density. So let's just move into a little network time lapse here, getting everything established, and then we can start having some fun with some pretty unique buildings today for something I have in mind. Super, so now we have some more established connections over here. Let's turn our attention to what's going to sit along the waterfront. So let's run this road. That's pretty much perfect for what I want, to be honest. That'll run in line with the quay all the way down. So this space here, I want a big kind of important conference centre, and there's a perfect asset for this, of course, from the Africa in Miniature pack, where we do get said conference centre. I think in terms of a ideal position against the waterfront here, right by the airport too, of course, and tremendous views across the Strait of Rannoch and wider downtown spaces. It's going to be a pretty nice location there, isn't it? I've also still got my time of day slider on as well. Let's turn that down. Cool. So there's also another asset I want here as well, another unique from Africa in Miniature, and this is going to be the weird little hotel, if I can find it. This one here, yes, the, what's it called? Runmiller Towers, I guess is how you would pronounce it. So I want this here, and I'd quite like this, actually, just a little bit set back from the road. Let's use some tree-lined roads to bring this on. Create a little holding area for it, and then bring it in the middle, and then cancel those ones on the side. So in terms of the space around the conference centre, I'd love to make it all, of course, walkable space. Because if you have a look at this side here, kind of really looks like it wants airport apronage added onto it, doesn't it? And of course, I am more than happy to oblige with that. And I think with this whole space, we can make some really fun and interesting spaces here by having pathways run around the whole edge of the conference centre. I think I'm also going to bring the airport apron into this little dining area as well. That is part of the asset. And let's just take that again up to the couplet road. And then we can make all of this here. I would love to also make like a bit of a garden, I think, behind the conference centre that backs onto the couplet. Just get these aligned. Something like that. And then we'll grab ourselves some regular walking pathway. It's also going to be a great opportunity to add the second metro stop in here as well, because we will want that here. And then alongside the conference centre, let's just send that up. One more node over. There we go. And then down the side. And then up there. And then we can have a lot of fun with that, right? I'd also like to possibly consider partnering this with some car parking. Let's grab ourselves a multi-story unit. We'll have this here, and another bit of big infrastructure too. Maybe a hospital. Vanilla or plazas and promenades. Plazas and promenades is quite nice. Yeah, maybe we can do something not too dissimilar from that. I think I'll move it over a little bit there. Let's have it right on the corner here. Something like that. Yeah, we do already have a green cities district here as well. So let's go ahead and continue to paint this out. I do want to move eventually to tourism, which I think will sit down this way. But for this area, let's have this as screensavers. We're just going to name this as well today because it isn't named. And name it after our wonderful patron subscriber, Tim Stratford. And we'll have Stratford as the new district here. Thank you for always support, Tim. Well, a real secret blend of herbs and spices, mate. So like this, I'd also love to be able to continue the open plaza vibes that are happening around here into this hotel space. Are any of these little snapping nodes here walkable? Yes, they are. Wonderful. And I'm guessing with correct orientations here, we can possibly get something lined up. Yes, we'll see. Doesn't have to be concrete everywhere, but at least in the bases, I think, where I want it, I'd quite like it. Stuff like this. Again, we can do some little custom hospital gardens there, maybe. Might be quite nice. We'll see how that goes. So I'm liking that. This is what I want, right? More of a collection of medium density, quite important assets. We've added in kind of a unique building hotel, so why don't we have a look at an actual hotel? We've yet to place the spa. The ocean resort might also work nicely out here too. If not the boat hotel, definitely some kind of water-based hotel, I think. Spa hotel next door. It is a bit of a clash, this one, the Boreal theme, because it's plastered in palms, but I think I can make do with it. I think I'm happy to have it there. Tons of people flocking to the conference centre already. There must be a conference on. Let's do a more exotic tree here. I think we'll do the palms. I know they're a bit of a clash in Boreal, but I can make do with them, I think. Wonderful. Let's paint out a second district here because I want to get some nightlife involved in today's episode as well. We'll also name this after one of our wonderful patrons, Pete Datlin. Thank you for all your support, Pete. Really appreciate it, buddy. Pete will be the life of the party. We'll have leisure over here alongside wall-to-wall residential. And I think wall-to-wall office as well. I know we don't have any office demand at the minute, but should any spike, I think I'd like some workspaces over here. So happy with that there. Let's bring that metro station in. We'll likely use the same one we've got down here, although we're going to want a road for that to sit on. So let's draw it out from here. Now, this has to sit on a certain angle, doesn't it? It does indeed. So, centralize with the conference center, I think. For you to grab the middle of it. About there. Now, we're not running the metro down the middle of the couplet, which is fine. We'll have to have it somewhere here. And then we can use this road then, actually, as an excuse to generate some frontage for some low-density commercial, residential, which I imagine will sit out near the highway here. There's probably a road we can bring in now as well. And it all slowly starts to come together, doesn't it? Wonderful news. Send these over here. Also, zonable space is what I'm trying to create here. Let's get rid of this first. And then let's bring in that secondary metro station. Would like it to stop bang in the middle there. Let's bring these back across. Super. And then we can have them stop over here at the news station. Fantastic. This will also pair very nicely with airport aprons because we can develop a bit of a metro stop out here. For which I wouldn't mind maybe having a bit of elevated pathway crossing the couplet. I'm not sure. I think that sounds like a job for detailing, doesn't it, as to how that's going to configure there. We'll see how busy it gets with pedestrians. Wonderful. So let's move down here. So let's continue to draw out these roads. We also have a marina here as well, which I think I'm quite keen to utilize in some fashion or other. It does have vanilla key, courtesy of course of Sidai. Beautiful map maker. Yeah, so I want lots of nightlife here. Let's grab this road here, and I wouldn't mind making some connections into this current grid system back to the couplet. And then just really building in some zonable space where we can get it here. Want it to be quite dense, I think, is really there. take-home vibe from today's build. Let's get some of it growing. Do big blocks of commercial all through this waterfront. Now, there is actually some more hotels in Africa in miniature, isn't there? There is. There's also the gold tower as well, which we haven't used. But there's luxury hotel number 1, which is another unique building. There's another one as well, isn't there? Yeah, luxury hotel number 2, which I also wouldn't mind using as well. They're definitely falling into the realm of medium density here, aren't they? Let's also get some actual hotels in here as well. Alongside the spa, let's do maybe Country Inn, definitely not here. Budget hotel for sure, by all the nightlife, you'd definitely get hostels around here and stuff, wouldn't you? Let's have that maybe tucked on the corner. Super, I'm loving the way we managed to get actually 5 of the clubs all spawned in together here. So I will historical all them. I quite like that there. The 5 AM strip. Very nice. Already that's looking pretty fabulous, isn't it? Really cool collection of assets here. We are getting some worker demands, which is fair enough. Let's go ahead and zone in some new residential. You guys nearby to the metro station might need to be a bit careful. I think we'll give some soundproofing with parks on the corners here. Let's do that. And then probably a couple of tree lines just in and around the metro station as well. If we're going to put low density around here, it will probably need it. I'm also having for some high density apartments to continue growing as well. I'm not totally against them, so they can zone in there. But otherwise, all this stuff is to be low density. Let's get all that growing. I'm happy for it on the couplet as well. All this stuff. Let's get those workers in. Probably get a bit of abandonment here since we're zoning so much commercial at once. It should be alright though. Should be okay. Yes, maybe more apartments in here as well. A little bit more green cities on the main road. Wouldn't be against it. Let's see if we can push the road back a little bit. So maybe have that road come up here actually. It will destroy the pathway, but you can easily redraw that back in. Or can we actually? We might not be able to. Yeah, we can. Just got to be a bit more specific. There we go. Yeah, that can go up as residential as well. Happy to have apartments along here. I do want to be careful of height though. Nothing above level 3 or 4 would be too much. Cool, so this will carry on growing out. Let's turn our attention now toward the marina. So I'm thinking we can possibly use some fishing industry here just to make the marina feel a bit more alive. So if I was to fit you in... where's going to be the best place here? Probably there, I reckon, right? Let's get this. So this is just generic fishing harbour. It doesn't need to catch a specific type of fish. So let's send this out into the bay in the strait. It can do a loop. Its job really is to make the waters feel alive more than anything. Have that come in and then back in there. Superb. And then let's drag some roads out of this now. You can go road length and angle. We'll have that one just run off there. And you hopefully... I did want to include the boat hotel down here as well, didn't I? Let's do that before we do anything else, because that boat hotel does have a road on it, doesn't it? Does indeed. Can I attach you to this road? No, we can't. Okay. I will position myself then. Something like that. I think that's what I'm after. Yes. Yeah, I'm happy with that, I think. I like that. This can then come out and down, and we'll start to connect all the dots together. Would love to move into some residential vibes over here. So again, we'll build the zoning out to maximize the potential zoning space. Some nice kind of modern wall-to-wall apartments through here. We also have underground metro as well, before I forget. Yeah, there's one here, isn't there? I don't think it needs to stop this way. This side of the Then again, we would get some. It's too close. It's too close. It doesn't need to converge because they do actually converge here, don't they, at the outlet mall? So that's fine. Would you fit in there? Or you would? That's possibly too nice to refuse. Then it can go over there at some point in the very distant future. Let's get these connected and of course flowing together. Rannoch's Metro continues to infinitely expand, it would seem, in recent episodes. We'll check today as well if the inner city metro hub has a new ridership record. It might do. Everything's a little bit rigid around here. Let's bring in some more curved roads, I think. Just so it's not super boxy. Come in here, cross over the couplet again. And then we'll have lots of gentrified vibes through this way. I want more roads against the Marina. And then again, let's bring a little curve out here, follow the riverbed and the road guideline. And let's have that there. And we'll also build the bridge while we're over here too. So hopefully hop over nice and sensibly. That's a little different heights there, aren't they? It's okay. That is a problem for Future Egg when he gets out here to build out this district. It should be a lot of fun. I think we'll move more country kind of leisure vibes out this way. Landscape changes up a little bit. I love these little shattered coasts. And yeah, lots of fun little pathways down to the Boreal beach here. So I think we'll definitely go more country out this way. The further we head away from downtown Rannoch, right? So in and amongst the Marina, I'd also love to spam some vanilla Marina assets. I guess they're after dark assets, aren't they? Yeah, tourism. Let's find Marina. Oh, I can actually place them there, can't I? Which is quite cool. Can I just spam these? Now, of course, they don't have a road. But because Sidai's built this little embanked quay thing, I reckon I can get away with cheesing in a dirt road. Yeah, and that does give them connection. Okay, I'm happy for that then. Let's bring the road in there as well, because they will want garbage collection. And then can we do the same over here too? It sort of looks like we can. If the game is not telling me no, then I'm going to do it. Let's definitely get the residential around here too. I want all this to be nice big blocks, more commercial down here as well. Definitely everything on the waterfront to be nightlife. All of that too. It's introducing quite a big new population here today as well. We should also look at services. We placed the hospital, of course. That's fine. Police would also be welcome. Let's grab a police department. We'll grab the police headquarters. In and around the nightlife district, I think. Let's have that there. And we've got a fire station here, don't we? Yeah, there's one just down the road. These shouldn't need one. We'll keep an eye on it there, make sure it doesn't get too bad. Beyond that, our residentials are growing in. Would also like a bit of commercial here too, so pretty much all of this can become low density commercial. Catfish cafes, anything of the type is welcome around here. I think with this side of the couplet, I'm going to save this development around the highway for a separate episode. Probably have some school campuses, garbage collection facilities for this area over here. But I definitely just want to work on the left side of the couplet today. We've also got a bit of abandonment over there too. And goods issues. You guys okay? Yeah, just the occasional bit. It's over there as well. Oh, hello people. Rannoch is having goods issues, is it? It is indeed. Why are you abandoning? Abandoning a building because there was no goods to sell. Okay. It would appear we have a goods issue here. Why? There is a million different ways to import. You've got a cargo airport now. Got all these imported goods coming out the cargo airport. Interesting. I'm not sure on that one. Do we have a stuck car somewhere? I wonder that's not delivering. It's isolated in two very specific areas, isn't it? It's all the way over here, and then it's all the way over there. The middle of the city seems to be relatively unaffected. That is stumping me, I won't lie. And this has only become an issue. We've also got worker issues. Do we have a population crisis? We've only got 3% unemployment. And the demographic... Unless we're in the middle of a death wave, we are having more deaths per week. Although that's just immediately balanced out as I said that. Yeah, that is a strange one. Some reason we're hemorrhaging businesses due to goods supplies. Are the factories staying supplied? No. And the fish factory also is not supplied either, is it? With a very low amount of plastic. There are warehouses over here. Plastics. Okay, I'm going to set you to store commercial zone goods in that case then. Maybe we just don't have enough warehouse facility over here for all these businesses. None of these are historical. They should regrow over time, I think. You won't though. You're definitely historical. Yeah, that is an interesting one. We will come back on that later in the episode. Oh, this too. I wonder if it's the interchange here. How many goods vehicles are sat in this traffic jam? I mean, only 4. It's not a lot, is it? There's goods vehicles all the way over here. Where are you going? Airport cargo station is delivering to this building. Okay, well let's just delete the historical stuff. Hopefully it'll come back over time. But an issue, I think, possibly for next episode if we're having goods supply and demand issues. It could also be, you know, because we've reached pretty much 81,000 population without a single farm in the city. Which could actually be the issue, actually. It might be. He says this as he's building over fertile land with a nightlife district. Of course, what else? Welcome to the channel, everyone. Welcome to the channel. More nightlife, though. That's a problem for next episode's egg, I think. This is all wonderful. I'm happy here. Let's get more residential growing in this way. So with this here, I would love to make a little park area, actually. Let's do City Park. And I have visions of this little park area having a bridge over the entrance to the Marina here. Which I think will look really nice. Let's grab ourselves a pathway. And we will scoop this around. And then let's do... We should get across with 6 meters, I think. I don't really want the big hump, though, if possible. Do we have to come up like that? I think we might have to do the hump. Do you guys get under that? To make sure they don't crash into it. Yeah, they do. They immediately crash into it. Of course they bloody do. It's fine. I think I'm happy to have the pillar, but I definitely don't want the boats crashing into it though. That will destroy any sense of immersion. There we go. Let's go around the pillar instead. Yeah, and I think we'll keep this going as Park Waterfront as we develop this area of town in the future. I think that'll be a really nice feature to get back on the water here. Speaking of walkability, let's also run some vanilla pathways between the land and the quay, so we can have walkability. We'll have one at the junction for the spa hotel, and then maybe one down here if we can squeeze it in. I've probably not left myself enough room there. There you go, that'll work. Just about. Cool, but I am actually really liking that. That's come along very easily and very well, it has to be said. I love how that medium density kind of hotel waterfront has developed. Are we keeping the hotels happy? You're pretty much, yeah, let's whack the price up there. How are we doing for brand hotel profit, actually? We've got some hotels not in profit. That's making a considerable loss, that conference hotel. That's the one in the downtown, isn't it? It is, yeah, because it's got no office zone in next to it because we have no office demand. It's fine. It will eventually grow in. Other than that, we're making decent-ish money. We still got another 9,000 to go till we hit the next unlocks of hotels, but all in time it will come. Yeah, cool, I'm happy with this. Let's give some further park spaces to these guys. I wouldn't mind a bit of a sort of hipster allotment patch here, maybe. I can set it up. Let's do a road there. And then I want rows of 3. And as part of this kind of hip gentrification that's gone down, I want to make all these vegetable gardens. Let's do one more there. And then have the wall-to-wall grow up around it. So like there's a little local vegetable plot. It's very Shoreditch, that, if anyone's ever been to London. Which I'm sure some of you have. It's a pretty popular location. But you kind of get that vibe, right? Lots of people that live in Shoreditch love to grow their own vegetables. It's very hip. I'm liking the mix of wall-to-wall and nightlife here, though. I'm already starting to generate some, really. Oh, God. Goodness gracious. We need to straighten out that layer a bit there, don't we? Let's just do this very quickly. Go insane like that. There we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? Cool. I'm liking the way that's looking there. Quite tasty, isn't it? One little marina space. We'll get some park details in this little area as well. And then beyond that, I think we're just waiting for demands, aren't we? We've filled out all our commercial demand now. We have... I want a bit more density here. I'm not loving how the zoning grids have generated here. Don't want anything in the middle of the couple there. Let's get rid of them. So with any commercial, I want to be making stuff historic. I don't want any awful vanilla assets. Same with this Green Cities residential too. Nothing too gnarly. Low density residential doesn't seem to be complaining at the minute, so I think they're mostly happy. Start to see a little bit of buzz this side of town now, aren't we? Which is always nice. I love this bit of the city. Should be a really interesting development. This as we come to play with more sort of medium density waterfront vibes, I think. Have a lot of fun with this area. We ended up with wall-to-wall here, actually. Oh, it's a mix of Green Cities and wall-to-wall, isn't it? Which is actually very nice. Oh, no, one of our nightclubs abandoned. No, damn it. Damn it. There's a lot of death over here, though, actually. So let's include... There will be no death care facility this side of the map, will there? No, it's all over there. Let's use the Korean one, then. I'm going to put you... there, I think. Because, you know, this building doesn't particularly scream death care, does it? So we can have it as part of the waterfront there. But either way, I think we're about ready for a detailing time-lapse here. I want to come in and add lots of little residential personality in these spaces, decorate the marina and the park. Probably do some bush lining all through the couplet. Oh, look at that. Isn't that great? And then detail up the landscaped gardens around the conference centre and the hotel here. And then generally tie together any little awkward spaces and detail up the central strip. Little areas like this, but otherwise I think we should be in for a pretty nice time over here. I'm liking Stratford and Dalton, so one of the more interesting waterfronts I think we've got in the city. But either way, let's detail it up, and then we'll be right back. So we are still having some goods issues here. I've also removed some commercial zoning. I was a little bit suspicious that we might have just over-zoned commercial in certain aspects of the city. But there's noticeable ties we've also had as well noticed during some reviews that I've replaced now. But a lot of our zoned forestry, which is crucial for the supply chain by the way, the zoned vanilla industry, had abandoned, which I think is what is leading to the lack of materials. That's then causing the abandonment. But also high workers issues as well. So I think we'll have an attempt at fixing this next episode. We'll do some import hubs around this side of the map as well. Get some more infrastructure out this way. And then hopefully that will resolve a lot of the abandonment we're having across the city. And of course, yes, another ore graveyard. So we'll play with Rannoch Simulation a little bit more next time out. But either way, today's episode has been a wonderful addition. We'll fly down the coastline here, really from the stadium. That is where this waterfront starts. Now we can walk all the way down here. This looks absolutely fantastic. Green City is blending wonderfully well. Removed a bit of the low density over here for some car parks. Alongside some open plaza detail in here, we got the heart sign or the heart fountain outside of the hotel doors here. And then there's little plaza details, benches, seats, information signs, benches, cafes, restrooms, etc. We did a bit of a rock garden detail here with some pathwork over to that metro station, which I think was definitely needed. It's taken a ton of traffic off the pedestrian crossings here, and it makes sense to drop them right by the convention centre there, doesn't it? And this turned out perfectly. Exactly what I had in mind. Metro station here with a big convention plaza out front. Hotels nearby too. Car parking. Very nice indeed. Really like how this turned out, this area. Of course, with a couple running alongside it. Over here we have more waterfront action with our park over this way. Just drawn out the fencing, shot in some assets, and then these guys just have a really nice view to the boats that are coming and going from this marina, which is wonderful, isn't it? There we go now. Always nice to have the fishing in there like that, isn't it? And then I look forward to this park expanding in future episodes too. A little gazebo here. Overgrowth along the river, and then this all comes into more just cute residential detailing really. Also expanded the plantation web over here as well with the vegetable plots just into the grid, and then there's some nice fencing down here. And doesn't this hit home like Palaven? Fence with the Boreal setting is just very murky coast, isn't it? It's a throwback, I think. So yeah, I really like, as much as fun it can be, you know, building things like major international airports and huge ports and downtown infrastructure, there is something just so soothing about chill country suburban residential, isn't there? Just nice to be home. I think after so many mental projects. And then this just continues up until the edge where we have some industry commercial with a post office at the edge of town as we look back toward the downtown from here. But Stratford and Dalton, two very nice areas of the city indeed. Massive shout out to the patrons that support the channel, with a royal call to Andrew Perez, Louis Adlin, Ohio Casino, Phoenix MD, and Band Warfare. If you want to get involved in that, links to Patreon. Instant Gaming, always the best way to support the channel. We'll have a go at fixing the goods issues next week. We definitely need some more import infrastructure, I think, in particular areas of the map, because they are collapsing without the commercial goods around there to keep them fed. We'll also get started on getting a bit of a farm going as well, because I don't think our production economy can take it. Much more, 83,000 people now after today's episode. We definitely need some farming in some form or other. So maybe we'll do kind of a hydroponics facility, actually, because we don't have tons of fertile land to play with, so sprawling farms aren't really doable for Rannoch, so maybe some more tailored modern farming facilities might be in store. Either way, look forward to that, but enjoy today's cinematics, and I'll shut up and leave it there. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.